Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's Cupid with the week 3 recap of the Pokemon League with the Pokemon. Okay, so it turns out that I was wrong in my statement when I said that Bento FF'd and he didn't play. Now Bento was replaced and Plasma and Auto ended up playing. Plasma being the replacement for Bento. So I want to play this one a little bit sped up just to get, some basic coverage of what actually happened in that match. All right, so it's a lot of this basically. We have a lot of Grimmsnarl setting up screens, making Otto's team a lot more bulky than it needs to be, but it's not actually going to lead to much here, as the Volcarona is going to, attempt to set up Quiver Dances. We're going to go into this to, absorb a Spirit Break as we get up the rocks. And now we could honestly just defog off the screens with anything, but it's okay. We're going to just continue letting the Grimmsnarl click Spirit Break until it runs out. So Valley Steel is apparently the answer to Iron Crown, which is not exactly what you want to see. And Volcarona is going to just, murderize this Sharpedo with a Flamethrower, and then Sharpedo is going to go for Protect, because Auto always clicks Protect turn 1. There's not really much else to it. We have Close Combat, and then we have Close Combat, and then guess what? Sharpedo loses that exchange. We could honestly, launch out Z-move, but instead we opted to go into Lancelot to absorb the Fake Out. Sylvelia's going to use Fire Fang. That does no sorts of damage. Volt Switch. Prometheus comes in. Grimmsnarl's going to come in on after the Volt Switch. We're going to use Quiver Dance. Future Sight's going to not hit Grimmsnarl here. And we are going to get faked out, whereas we were going Quiver Dance on Light Screen. Hidden Power is used. I believe that's Hidden Power Ice. Maybe Hidden Power Ground, predicting the Nihilego. It's probably HP Ground. Anyway, we are getting up all these Quiver Dances, but we've only boosted our special defense because Spirit Break keeps lowering our attack. A Meteor Beam's used. Meteor Beam, still a bad move, by the way. We should not be using Meteor Beam. And now we're locked into Hidden Power. I think that's either Ice or Fire. No, it was Fire. We saw that it was Fire. And here comes the Volcarona. Quiver Dance is used, Nihilego is forced to switch. We choose not to. We could have honestly Quiver Danced again and then probably fully swept, but it's okay. We're just going to get rid of the Nihilego now. We don't want to risk a crit, that's fair. Fake Out. Roost, and yeah, we're just going to heal out of range of this. Eventually, we will be in a completely winning scenario here as Reflect is used and Gallade comes in, and we don't need both Reflect and Light Screen. What physical attacks are you scared of? You're losing to the Volcarona that's directly in front of you. But that's okay, it's fine. It's fine, we're all chilling. Aqua Cutter, still no crits by the way. And yeah, we're just losing to this Volcarona at this point. Grimmsnarl comes in, dies to rocks, and both of these Pokemon are weak to fire. Very good stuff. Quick game 1, or not very quick, I shouldn't say that. It was 40 turns of game 1, where Volcarona just sort of beat the team after the counter to Volcarona in counters, I should say, in Nihilego plus the Sharpedo both fainted. Second game, we're going to play this one also at fast speed, just to really make sure you guys are aware that these matches did actually happen, and, they should have been in the last recap technically, but they did happen after the week ended, so I guess it makes sense to just not have them in the week 2 recap. But yeah, here we are. This time we're going to go Meteor Beam, and guess what? It still didn't do anything. Nihilego's forced out. Nice item, nice dead move slot. Yeah. Stop using Meteor Beam, it's bad. Don't use that. Okay, we have Air Slash. It's a defogging Togekiss, which is interesting. Yeah, I bet you wish you had like Energy Ball or something for this instead of Meteor Beam. Aqua Cutter, you kill the Togekiss. Scale Shot's gonna crit second hit and roll a 5, so we pick up the KO. And yeah, we have a boosted speed now. We're gonna get our fake outed. And we're gonna Iron Head. Do we get the flinch? Nope. We lose our Hexorus, unfortunately. Weavile's gonna come in. Ice Shard, okay. But where are the Pokemon who share the memory of surviving a Fire-type attack? Where are those who share the memory? Grimmsnarl comes in, dies to Flamethrower after U-turn. Fire-type attacks, am I right? XDD, Fire-type attacks. And yeah, Plasma did win, returning champion of the season. I think the second season was the one Plasma won. I don't really remember. Yeah, able to defeat Otto in the catch-up match. Very good stuff. Now let's get into the actual recap portion of the recap, yeah? Okay, so here's week 3. We have the first match, Light Rebo versus Ryevji. Now, I will be honest, this is a re-recording. My Discord did bug out, and I wasn't able to see this match or the next match in my chat logs. It was really strange, but it's fixed now, and I actually have all of the replays. So, let me go ahead and we can close those 2 previous matches down, and we can get started. Here we go. Ryevji versus Light. Let's see what we've got. Okay, so Ryevji is going to lead with Pelipper, as Light Rebo leads with Furret. Big surprise. Furret's going to have the HP of the Pelipper, and Weather Ball is going to kill the Furret. Okay, very good start for Ryevji. Furret did a grand total of nothing, but here comes Light Rebo's actual real threat. Thunderous Therian, which has the ability to Volt Switch and get us some momentum as Ferrothorn comes in. Tragically for Light, we opt to, instead of going for a Pokemon that has 2 stabs that are super effective against Ferrothorn, we opt for Swampert, which is ×4 weak to Ferrothorn's Grass-type attacks, if it runs them. We go for Ancient Power for some reason, and we get our Swampert Toxic Poisoned, which is just not a good play. And now we're going to Body Press to do literally more damage to ourselves than we deal. Especially after the Toxic Poison and the Leech Seed recovery. And Ryevji is just going to protect and have this Ferrothorn at full health without even attacking the Swampert. And Swampert will faint to the Toxic Poison. And now will we go into Blaziken? Yes, we will. Good choice. I don't know why we didn't do that in the first place. We're going to use Flame Charge here, which is a bad move, and we should not be using it. And we really need to go into Sceptile here on Swampert, but instead we're losing our Blaziken, and this battle is all but over, essentially. Luckily for us, the weather goes away. We go back into Teleport, yeah, to set up the rain. We take some damage from Leaf Blade, but not enough to kill us. But luckily for us, Ryevji is in a generous mood. He doesn't want to go into Ferrothorn for some reason. But after sacking the Pelipper, he's like, oh wait, never mind, here's Ferrothorn again. And Sceptile's gonna get to Dragon Dance here, which is interesting. I still don't agree with physical attacking Sceptile. I don't think I ever will, but here we are. And we are going to Drain Punch the protecting Ferrothorn, as, you know, it has Protect. And Ryevji just gets lucky and gets the double Protect here. And that's going to result in our Sceptile surviving at 3% HP. Raiku's going to come in. Now, honestly, we did not need to switch here, and that does no damage even after 2 Dragon Dances, which tells me that Sceptile is dog shit as a physical attacker. Stop using it, Smile. Okay, so now we go Thunderous and go Weather Ball, and then Ryevji goes Weather Ball, and Raikou faints due to Life Orb Recoil. And, now we have Barraskewda come in. Barraskewda's going to Liquidate without the Rain on the Latias, but luckily for us we get a Defense drop, which is pretty good. This Latias could win, but tragically it's not going to because it's running Dragon Dance. And really there's nothing else to say about this match. Like, I think at +6 this Latias does not kill Ferrothorn with any attacks. Genuinely. Steel Wing on a Steel type, love to see that. And we die to our dual Wing Beat. Did 9% with that. Ouch. Just ouch. That's really all there is to say there. Ouch. Just ow. Like, okay, and Thunderwave, yeah, we're resigning this one, and Ryevji can't really kill this, it looks like. And he's still clicking Thunderwave. And Ryevji just has no attacks on Ferrothorn, I guess. But it's okay, we got there eventually. We did it. We successfully got there. Alright, game 1 goes to Ryevji. Let's see what happens in game 2. Alright, so this time Pelipper versus the Thundurus lead. Thundurus is going to get a free Volt Switch, as you can't really stay in on with Pelipper here. Weather Ball is going to be the use instead, which is correct because Swampert comes in and gets a knockoff crit that one-shots the Leftovers Thundurus. Now, typically, you want leftovers on Pokemon that will survive attacks, not Pokemon that will die in one hit. Now, sure, it was a crit. It probably wouldn't have killed if it wasn't a crit. But still, you want to have items that actually synergize with the stats of your Pokemon, and leftovers on a special attacker like Thundurus Therian, a Glass Cannon. Yeah, that passive healing is going to be really useful in the Glass Cannon. You know, it's not. This is sarcasm. I'm being facetious, you know? Anyway, it looks like we haven't learned from our actions of last game, and we are just going to let this Ferrothorn Toxic and Leech Seed us until our Swampert dies again. And here comes Furret. Furret has Super Fang, and we're going to just use it here. Furret never kills this Ferrothorn. I don't know why we switched, but it's okay. Raikou's going to come in, and Furret's going to get a U-turn, which lets Light Repo gain some offensive momentum. But tragically, we have no Pokemon that beat this Raikou one-on-one. And we're going to use Flame Charge because we are really coping over the fact that we cannot use Speed Boost Blaziken. And even after the boost, we are still slower than Raikou, which tells me that this Blaziken wasn't even running speed. Does Light Repo know what EVs are? I don't think he does. And here comes Sceptile to, you know, pick up the KO on Raikou, and then Leaf Blade. By the way, we chose not to Mega Evolve the first turn, just in case we decided maybe we didn't want to kill the Raikou. And now we're going to use Brick Break on Starmie, which is a move that Starmie resists. Why would we use a Stab Grass-type move that's super effective on Starmie anyway? And then we lose our whole Sceptile to Ice Beam, and then we lose our whole Furt to Surf, and then we lose our entire battle to bad decision-making. And that is going to result in a win for Ryevji. Congratulations, Ryevji, on your match win. And that's really all there is to say about that match. I mean, the only constructive criticism I can offer about that is use better movesets. Like, that's really all it is. Anyway, we are going to now move on to the next match, which is Spirit versus Ingle. And I remember this one. Something funny happened in this one that I don't think Ingle wants to talk about, but here we are. Anyway, we have lead Enamorus versus lead Glimmet. Glimmet's going to get up rocks, and for whatever reason, Ingle decides to try and set up in front of a poison type with a fairy, and loses the entire Enamorus to a Glimmet with a Focus Sash. Okay, now Ogerpon comes in and picks up the KO, and we're going to get Toxic Debris spread on our field too, and we have no poison types, or, well, we have poison type, I'm lying. We have the Weezing, but we need to be on neutralizing Gas Weezing. Anyway, here's Fake Out. We are going to now close combat, pick up the KO on the Ogerpon, which is pretty good stuff for Spirit. And here's the Weezing, and it's Levitate Weezing. So we actually don't get rid of the Toxic Spikes on switching, but luckily for us, we have Defog, right? Well, if we did, we didn't click it, because that's Strange Team, and now all of our Pokemon are going to get poisoned. Yikes. You don't want your whole team to get soloed by a Glimmet like this, but here it is. It's happening right now. We're watching it happen in real time. Glimmet with Stealth Rocks and, you know, the Toxic Spikes is soloing Ingle's entire team even after death because of I don't know. Why didn't we just kill the Glimmet with the Pokemon that killed Glimmet? Why didn't we do that? Why did we let this happen? Why did we allow this to happen? Alright, we have Heavy Duty Boots Skeledirge. Okay, maybe this isn't over. No, I'm just kidding, it's over. Here's Ogerpon. Here's Ogerpon with Ivy Cudgel. This guy says destroy all mons, and he is going to do that exact thing. Ivy Cudgel, bonk. And Ivy Cudgel again. Oh, not even that. Stealth Rocks. And game 1 goes to Spirit pretty quickly. After we just sacrificed our entire Enamorus to the Pokemon that was 1 point. Next battle. Will we learn from our mistakes? We lead with Weezing this time as Glimmet comes in. Do we have Defog on the Weezing? Probably not. We went into Blissey. And here comes Spikes, and here comes Rocks, and it looks like we just don't have Defog. Now we're gonna Seismic Toss. And, this Glimmet has single-handedly put up every hazard in the game. Except for, like, Webs and, you know, G-Max Steel Spike, right? Like, look at this. It's fucking 3 layers of spikes, Stealth Rocks, 2 layers of Toxic Spikes, and now we're gonna just sacrifice our Weezing. Oh, wait, hold up. Maybe not, though. Maybe not. Maybe the Lopunny is going to let Defog happen. Oh my god, he actually has Defog! He has Defog! The Glimmet has been nullified as a Pokemon entirely! It took only 1 turn! And we did it! We did it just like that! We have done it! We have outplayed a 1-point Pokemon! Holy! Alright, now we're just switching all of our Pokemon around because we have no Pokemon that deal with a Rotom, apparently. Yeah, this isn't good because now we have Dragon Dance Roaring Moon and, Z-Move. It's going to be a Steel-type Z-Move. Super effective on the Weezing. A little bit overkill. Probably not necessary after a Dragon Dance that you run the Steel one. Iron Head going to hit the Enamorus, and instead of just going for the ×4 super effective Fairy-type attack, we decided to try to set up Calm Mind in front of this thing again, because we do not realize what danger is like. Now, this thing is going to kill our entire team instead of only one of our Pokemon, because, you know, we've decided that Enamorus is worth saving until the end of the game. Oh, wait, hold up, Crocosaur, the Crocoskeledirge is going to live and get off a Torch Song and still not do anything and die. Now we have Blissey or Enamorus. Which one would you like to have die first? Okay, Enamorus it is. Very cool. And yeah, this is game over. And Roaring Moon after 1, Dragon Dance defeats Ingle's entire team. Alright, well, that should be a lesson to all of you. Click the ×4 super effective attack. That's a good lesson. Alright, on to the next battle. We have John versus Antkiller. John, notorious for, and Antkiller, notorious for getting 3rd place in every draft league. Here we go. Alright, we have Thunderous Lead versus Como. Como cannot use the Como Omni Boost Z move. And we have Gliscor in on the switch, but this Gliscor is now going to get Toxic Poison from its healing. Or for its poison healing, which is very good for Ant. Now at this point, Moltres is going to come in and eat a Rock Slide. I don't even think that was to predict the Moltres. It was to hit the fucking thing that was directly in front of it. But coincidentally, Moltres just happened to walk into a ×4 super effective attack. Now Samurott comes in on the next one. It's going to get off a Razor Shell because the Gliscor obviously does not want to die to a Samurott. And we are going to get a Drain Punch off on the Amoonguss here. now we should go into a grass type or use substitute, which is also completely acceptable because the Amoonguss is clicking Spore every day of the week there. John Gold has a tendency to click Spore even in situations where he should not click Spore. And now we have Dragon Dances being set up by this Como, and I don't know if John has any Pokemon that beat this. Devastating Drake is used. That's kind of overkill. I didn't think you needed to do that there. Now we're going to Drain Punch the Samurott. We knew that it had Drain Punch. And Thundurus is going to come in, and we are going to Outrage the Thundurus, which lets us get into Iron Treads. And maybe Iron Treads has Ice Spinner or Earthquake here. Surely it'll do enough. Earthquake does 58%. Okay. And we are going to just get Drain Punched anyway. Ant Killer is just going to hit through the confusion. He has decided that he is simply better, and he will simply hit through the confusion. And now we're going to substitute again on the Amoonguss, because Spore is coming. And we're going to Dragon Dance again, even though, like, you could have honestly just clicked Outrage there. Even if Outrage hits only twice, you still have pretty good odds against the Medicham. But it didn't matter. Medicham's going to come in, Fake Out, and we get flinched, but we are faster, and the Medicham does not run Bullet Punch. Ant Killer is able to secure the 6-0 in Game 1. What about Game 2? How about Game 2? Maybe Game 2 will go better for John. Surely, right? Surely. Alright, so this time we have Amoonguss lead versus the Gliscor immediately, and Gliscor is going to taunt the Amoonguss as it goes for Spore. You guessed it. And now Gliscor is going to get Toxic Poisoned, and guess what happens here? Stealth Rocks go up, and we're going to taunt the Deoxys as well, because Deoxys is obviously going to use a non-attack. And this Gliscor has already done way more work than it should have, but it's okay. Alright, Victini is going to come in after a Nightshade. Alomomola is going to come in on a Victini, and we're going to miss a Bolt Strike, which is unfortunate, but not really that bad. Like, it probably would have just got regened off, to be honest. And now Victini is in against Iron Treads, and surely we don't, surely we don't stay in with the Victini to die to Earthquake or even Knockoff. Brute Bonnet comes in, loses its Choice Band, and we have a Volt Switch into Medicham, and here's the wacky and wild part. We're Spore with Choice Band, which is so strange to think about, but here we are. Choice Band with Spore. Anyway, Crunch plus Sucker Punch is going to knock out the Medicham. Now we have Deoxys coming in to die to Crunch, it would look like. And then we have Thundurus coming in to also die to Crunch. As we, you get Crunched, Defense Drop, Sucker Punch. I mean, it didn't matter that we got the Defense Drop, but here we are. Now we're taking bonus chip on our Deoxys by sending it in again under the Stealth Rocks. Crunch is going to do a lot of damage. Nightshade's going to do also okay damage. But the Brute Bonnet is going absolutely crazy. And John Gold is going to be defeated. Earthquake does no sorts of damage to the Brute Bonnet. Here's a Spore. Guess what? Your boy's asleep now. Now what are you going to do? Nothing, probably? Seed Bomb. Okay, Ant Killer is going to have Seed Bomb to hurt the Iron Treads, as opposed to going into a different Pokemon and setting up. Okay. Seed Bomb. Seed. Alright, Gliscor comes in now. Earthquake, we're immune to that. And Ant Killer might be looking at a 6-0 here. He does have the tools necessary. We're going to knock off the Iron Treads. Alomomola comes in. Do we knock off the Alomomola? We do. No more boots for you. And then we go into Tentacruel here, which is it's a switch, I'd say. Yeah. Amoonguss comes in. I don't know why we wouldn't go into Iron Treads and click Earthquake. I guess we're really scared of the Gliscor coming back, but then you can just predict that and go into Alomomola. But it's not like John has a winning play here, And he's just sort of clicking attacks that are resisted. He's given up. He has given up this battle, and it's really showing. And Ant Killer just doesn't have the like a good way of dealing with this, I guess. I don't know. We go into Gliscor to hopefully click Earthquake, right? Right? Knockoff? Okay. Well, it looks like we don't have Earthquake on our Gliscor. Yeah, it looks like we don't have Earthquake on our Gliscor for some reason, and we're just clicking Knockoff instead. I don't know why. And yeah, this battle is over. And for whatever reason, Antkiller just doesn't know how to finish him. Like, he doesn't know how to win a fight. Like, I don't know if you've seen the video of, like, that lizard that was, like, eating, like a blue, like, bookworm. But, you know, this is what that looks like. This right here, that's what that looks like to me. And, if I knew how to edit, I'd edit in a small clip of the video, right now to have you guys, you know, see what I'm talking about. Anyway, John Gold decides to break the rules and terrestrialize because haha funny, I lost anyway. Here's terrestrialize, XD. Don't be like that. That's not funny. No one finds that funny. I'm sorry to inform you. Don't do that. Okay. And there it is. Antkiller does end up getting the 6-0 after a while, making that battle literally as painful as he possibly could have. Genuinely. I don't know why he didn't realize that he could just, like, you know, go into literally anything else if this Tentacruel didn't have a move to hurt the Alomomola, but here we are. Next match, we have Lionheart versus Otto. Very good stuff. Alright, so maybe Otto has decided to stop using, Maybe Otto has decided to stop using Meteor Beam at this point because Meteor Beam is a bad move. But I don't think he knows. I don't think he realizes. Anyway, we have Lele versus Coco. Lele's hazard terrain goes up because it's slower, and we're gonna just Fire Blast on the switch, immediately killing the Sharpedo, which has no sorts of defense. Anyway, we go into Mawile to nearly die to Meteor Beam and make Otto think that he's never punished, but luckily for us, we're also going to Mega Evolve and click Sucker Punch in Psychic Terrain, which nullifies our priority moves. So now we've lost our Mawile for free, and in comes the Latios to use Flip Turn into Iron Moth, and we are going to simply sack our Iron Moth to the Nihilego, and this Nihilego is doing quite a bit of work, isn't it? And it's not even because Meteor Beam. That's the crazy part, is that it would have worked if you had just clicked Hidden Power Fire instead. Anyway, we get punished by Latios coming in after sacking the Iron Moth, and we just use Luster Purge to pick up the kill. And now we have knockoff on the Skarmory. Skarmory is going to get up an Iron Defense as we continue to try and fight it with a Scizor that will never beat it. And hopefully we have, like, Sil Valley Fire or something, because, like, this game is over if it's not. And we go for Tailwind to double our team's speed for 2 turns as effectively, and that's just such an ass move. Like, what did you need this Tailwind for? We get Hidden Power Ice off on the switch to do 25%, and then we use Crunch to do significantly more than 25%, but we lose our Silvally to Draco Meteor. And, where are all of the Pokemon that beat Skarmory? Where are they? Where are the Pokemon that beat Skarmory? Here's Iron Defense. And, yeah, the Pokemon that beats Skarmory is Tapu Lele, by the way. Where are the Pokemon that beat Skarmory? Where are they? Where is the Tapu Lele with Mystical Fire? Anyway, luckily for us, Lionheart decides to not roost, to, you know, infinitely out-heal this Gallade. And it doesn't matter here because, you know, we're going to lose our item on our Superior. We get Glare off, and we are Substitute with the standard set. And if we do ever get a Paralyze here, or Auto misclicks and picks like a move that can miss, Substitute's a winning play, but we never get that. So we're going to get off a Leaf Storm, and we're going to end up losing our Superior. But it doesn't really matter too much. Tapu Koko should win the game at this point. We go Thunderbolt, right? And in comes Lele. Now, we could have easily gone into Scizor there. Or, you know... actually, I don't think it matters, to be honest. Anyway, Lele is going to lock into Shadow Ball, and we really needed to go Scizor first if we had Shadow Ball, just to see how much damage we could have done with Bullet Punch, because, you know, guess what? Priority works in electric terrain, but not in psychic terrain. So we turned off our own Bullet Punch at the end of the game there, and maybe we could have set up a win condition where if we had maybe got like a crit Scizor Bullet Punch, maybe Lele can come in with like Spec Shadow Ball, and like, I don't know, maybe Latios doesn't have an attack that hits it, and then we can just kill it. Or it could be Scarf. Actually, you know, based on how little this did, this Lele Shadow Ball did, it might have been Scarf Lele, which would have won the game. Had, you know, we had managed this damage first. But it's okay, it doesn't matter. Game 1 goes to Lionheart. Game 2, we have instead, we have the same 6, it looks like, from both teams. So, theoretically, right, things will go differently. We lead with Iron Moth, and we click Sludge Wave turn 1 because Otto does not know how to switch. But tragically for us, Otto did know how to switch, and he switches in to Scizor, which just says, hey, put in your Skarmory. I like your Skarmory. I want to look at it. Put it in. Oh, fuck, put it in. And then, you know, Lionheart put it in. And what can I say? Like, at this point, the Scizor is just, you know, unable to do anything because this Skarmory is way too deep, right? And now we have multi-attack coming out from this Silvally Fire, which, by the way, we're Silvally Fire to counter the Skarmory that has Body Press and Iron Defense. So why are we using a physical attack? I don't know. Latios comes in, kills the Silvally, and guess what? Where are the Pokemon that beat this Skarmory? Where are they? Where are they at? Where are they? I don't know where they are. I don't know where they are. Where are they at? Where are the Skarmory? Where is the out? Where is the out? Anyway, here is Nihilego to use Meteor Beam. And, yeah, we're not at full health, so we actually do faint to the Meteor Beam there. And, I don't know why we didn't opt to just sacrifice something else, but I guess if your plan is just, okay, fine, we'll just kill it afterwards. That works. Anyway, Latios comes in, we lose our Skarmory, which does actually just beat this whole team, but it's okay because we still have a Iron Moth in the back. And with the Spikes damage and the Iron Moth, you know, existing as an Iron Moth, we should be able to win this one. Fire Blast is going to do a lot, but since we didn't Mega Evolve, we actually take a little bit more damage, but for whatever reason, it's fine. We survived regardless, and now we Mega Evolve despite the fact that it didn't matter. If we had Mega Evolved sooner, would we have still killed the Iron Moth? Perhaps. But at this point, it does not matter anymore, and we are defeated by the Tapu Koko in the back. And Otto is going to lose 2-0 to Lionheart, and we are moving on to the next match. Mr. Titan T versus Rudes. A certified match of all time. Here we go. Alright, so we lead with the Zapdos as Rudes leads with Mega Scizor, and Rudes is going to click Bullet Punch turn 1 and get a crit, and we have Blaze Kick that doesn't kill, and then Rudes didn't realize that he got a crit and lost his Scizor turn 2 of the battle. Nice Mega Evolution, GG's. Now we go into Dragonite, and for whatever reason we go into our most fragile Dragon-type Pokemon as this thing goes for Dragon Dance. Now it's going to use Earthquake on the switch, and we have to deal with this, and luckily we have Trick Tapu Fini to give it a Choice Scarf, locking it into Earthquake. Now Roots has to switch, and this thing is going to get off a free Thunderous Kick into a Toxapex, which says, haha, nice kick, idiot. And then we're going to use U-Turn. Not fearing, like, Baneful Bunker or anything. We get a Scald off on this switch, no burn though. We just have Thunderbolt from our Dragapult. And that's going to do some good damage, but it looks like Roots forgore what Misty Terrain did, and now we don't have Toxic on our Dragapult, which is pretty good for Mr. Titan T. Anyway, here's Baneful Bunker, and we're going to U-turn into it to get poisoned, except for we don't because we are Protective Pads Zapdos, which is crazy to think about. Why are we Protective Pads? Anyway, we're going to go into Bronzong and let this thing heal to full HP for some reason. I guess our goal is just to get up rocks. Alright, cool, we did it. Mission accomplished. We have rocks now. Now we're going to get taunted as we go for Hidden Power Ground. Interesting. And we're going to get Magma Storm, and that does, like, nothing. I'm pretty sure we're Heat-proof, Bronzong. And, okay, well, we still lose if he just goes for Magma Storm again. And luckily for us, Rudes is a complete idiot and decides to go for Stealth Rocks instead, and we lose our entire Heatran for free. And now Taunt and Magma Storm both end as the Heatran is no longer alive. And good job, Rudes. You did it. You got your Tinglu toxic poisoned, and you lost your Heatran. All because you were too scared to take a 75% chance to just fucking kill the thing in front of you. Why would you do that? Alright, now at this point, Mr. Titan T is like, I don't need this Bronzong. Can you kill it for me? I'm gonna click Power Gem on a Pokemon that resists Power Gem. And eventually Rudes will get there. Eventually he'll get there. However, he's going to click, Protect after getting Toxic Poisoned to lose more health than he needs to for some reason. When you're Toxic Poisoned, every turn becomes precious, and you should not be clicking Protect for no reason. And luckily for us, Rudes has decided that his Tinglu should be at half HP as opposed to more HP than it had. Anyway, here comes Toxapex on Hatterene. Hatterene is going to just click Psychic and kill that. And now Hatterene could honestly have just clicked a Fairy-type attack, but it's okay, because we predicted the Z-move from the Zapdos, and we just sacrificed our own Zapdos, and that Z-move did 1% HP. In comes Draco Meteor, the young Dragon Darts, and honestly, that's a pretty good Pokemon. Sorry about the motorcycle in the background there. And yeah, we're gonna just, Draco Meteor everything. And, guess what? This is Toxic Poisoned, and it doesn't have a healing move. So, we're gonna win this battle. Despite the fact that Rudes is trying to ruinate everything. We go into Ursaluna for good measure, I suppose. It's not really necessary. Like, you could really give the game to your little brother and make sure he doesn't turn off the game, and eventually you'd win. Rudes is still clicking Protect to take even more damage than he is healing off of his leftovers, because that's what Toxic Poison does. And, yeah. Game 1 goes to Mr. Titan T. Game the second game of the match. We have... What do we have? We have Dragonite lead, okay, and we have lead Tapu Fini. Will we learn? Yes, we have learned. We go into Tinglu to give the Tapu Fini. Oh, no, never mind. We didn't go turn 1 trick. Interesting choice. We had Ice Beam instead, which is probably a better play, because now we can switch into Hatterene on Stealth Rocks, and now Roots has Stealth Rocks on his side of the field, and I bet he feels like a complete fool. Now Giga Drain is used, but why would we click a Fairy-type attack? Like, why not click a Fairy-type attack? It's Stab, it's super effective against Dark types. I guess Mr. Titan T has better plans than that. I guess he's trying to Giga Drain, I don't know, Scizor instead? So you can do, instead of halved damage, you can do 1/4 damage? I guess you want to Giga Drain the Toxapex for 10% of its HP? Okay, sure. Well, luckily for Mr. Titan T, it didn't matter. We've gotten to a point where the Ursaluna comes in and dodges a Hurricane like a boss and kills this with Facade. Nice Z-move, Rudes. Your Z-move did not do anything because you did not do the Z-move. In comes Scizor. Scizor is going to die to Fire Punch. U-turn is going to do no sorts of damage. It actually did solid damage, I'm going to be honest. But here we are. Fire Punching the Toxapex, and I don't think Toxapex realizes that Headlong Rush is a ground-type move. Let's see if Roots knows. No, he didn't know. And that's going to result in a dead Toxapex. Okay, now we have a live Ting Lu reaction, and here's a live low kick reaction, and Ting Lu is gonna die too. And yeah, this is over. This is Jover. All right, we have Earthquake coming out from the Dragonite, and here's Facade, which does 69%. Pretty nice through multi-scale. That's solid damage, and Mr. Titan T chooses to not preserve the 6-0, and he sacks the Ursaluna to bring in Dragapult to use Thunderbolt instead. And here comes Scizor, which survives Thunderbolt from this percentage, but it's okay. We're going to go into Hatterene, die to Bullet Punch. Well, not quite, but we're going to die to the second one. And then, what, Dragapult again? Nice, we did it. And then Bullet Punch is not going to do nearly enough, as we are going to kill this thing with Flamethrower. And here is Heatran. And all we gotta do is, like, switch, but instead we're going to give the Heatran Flash Fire, and we can lose this battle all of a sudden. Suddenly we can lose this battle. We have a near full health Heatran, and all we need to do is break through this, which we survive Thunderous Kick, we get the defense drop, Magma Storm doesn't kill, but it lands, and the chip damage from Magma Storm is going to finish off, and now we just need to dodge a Hydro Pump. Alright, did we use Magma Storm? No, we used Flash Cannon. If we had used Magma Storm, it is boosted by Flash Fire, and the extra chip damage actually did have a chance to kill the Tapu Fini here. Roots could have actually won that battle, but he didn't, because he is very scared to click the move Magma Storm. How unlucky for Roots. And Mr. Titan T gets the win 2-0. And now we have our final match of Week 3, Uzoria versus Shadow King. Team Triple Grass type and a Greninja with a special attacking Mimikyu versus Shadow King. Here we go. We have lead Diancie here versus Tapu Bulu. Okay, we should probably, like, okay, we're clicking rocks. We're trusting our Focus Sash, but luckily for us, Uzoria does not realize that grass is super effective against rock. So now we're going to get off a Diamond Storm for free, for good measure. And also, for some reason, this thing is faster than the Tapu Bulu, which means that this is, like, max speed plus speed, and this Tapu Bulu has no speed whatsoever. What are the stats of this Bulu? I need to know. I would love to know. Anyway, Bulu's going to Sword Stance up twice, and then it's finally going to use the move Horn Leech, and even after the boost from Diamond Storm, Bulu is still going to be able to pick up the kill on the Diancie there. Charizard comes in, and we go into Greninja, as Charizard's probably going to Mega Evolve and click a Fire move. Yep, it did exactly that, and honestly, this isn't very good for Greninja. Greninja being leftovers is also quite bad. And we go for Water Shuriken to do literally 2% and die to Life Orb. Ouch. You never see a Greninja do so little in a battle. Anyway, here's Mega Latios. We're gonna Mega Evolve and click Ice Beam, which is a move that does neutral damage. And I don't know why we would click a neutral damage move when we can click a Dragon type move, have it be stab boosted and also super effective. So we lose our Latios for free. In comes Meowscarada to click Flower Trick, and it does actually pick up the KO here. Now, tragically for us, where are the Pokemon that beat Charizard Y? Where are they? Where are the Pokemon that beat Charizard Y? In comes Mimikyu, which we have seen be a special attacker before, and this Mimikyu is going to click Psychic. Come on, man. Stop special attacking. Stop. It's not good. You have to click Shadow Claw. You would have won this battle. Like, unironically, Shadow Claw kills, like, most of these Pokemon. I'm pretty sure Shadow Claw Oko this and kills this. And, like, at this range, it kills the Charizard. All you have to do is beat the Decidueye. And then if you run a Fairy-type physical attack like Play Rough, you win the battle. Like, Mimikyu won there. You just need to run good moves. And now Mimikyu has done nothing yet again. Now we go Darkest Lariat on Decidueye. This isn't gonna do anything. Look at this. It's not doing anything. Triple arrows. Okay. Well. Body press. Yeah, that's still no damage. I wonder if Usoria uses EVs. Because, I feel like these attacks are dramatically weaker than they should be overall. Anyway, if Bulu has, like, I don't know, a priority move, Smile, and also a fairy move, Smile, then, you know, Usoria can still win. But, tragically, we're not going to have any of that happen. In comes Articuno Galarian to, let the Bulu set up a sword stance. And, surely we have an attack, right? Okay, Freezing Glare, we get the freeze, but Bulu instantly thaws out like a boss. And then we pick up the KO with Horn Leech. Okay. If we dodge Fire Blast, we can win. If we dodge Fire Blast, we can win. Dodge it. Aw, never dodged. Alright, so Usoria is going to faint in game 1, and Shadow King will get the win as a result. Game 2 of the same match. Here we go. Let's see. Let's see what adjustments are made. Meowscarada is the lead versus the Space Rock Diancie, and we're gonna just immediately Flower Trick, bringing this thing down to its sash as it's gonna set up Stealth Rocks. And there we go. Diancie has done its job. And we are going to pick up the KO with the Flower Trick this time. We did a good job of just killing the Pokemon in front of us. Very good stuff. Charizard is invited in by that, and we are going to click Protect for some reason. As Charizard, without Mega Evolving, clicks Focus Blast, because we like doing less damage than doing more damage. And now we're going to click Triple Axle, because I guess we expected it to go differently than last time, and no, it didn't. And we lose our Meowscarada. We did not dodge Fire Blast. Unlucky. Greninja's gonna come in, probably click Ice Beam. Yeah, it clicked Ice Beam, and that's not gonna do nearly enough to kill this. But it's okay. Maybe Shadow King will not click Draco Meteor. Maybe he will. Oh, yeah, there it is. There's the throw. Greninja is gonna be able to Ash by picking up the KO with Ice Beam. Yeah, cool. I love using Ice type moves on Water types. All right, and there's the Battle Bond boost for Greninja, and that's really good for Usoria here. That's really good. We get a Dark Pulse off, and we simply flinch the Gardevoir, resulting in a dead Gardevoir for free. But instead, we're going to save the Gardevoir for later. We go into Decidueye, and we really should just click Ice Beam on Greninja here. It hits everything, and we do. Thank goodness. We clicked Ice Beam, and we lose our Greninja, but we do pick up the KO on Decidueye. Now, the issue here is that there is still a whole Charizard in the back, and also this Mimikyu is a special attacker as opposed to using the move Shadow Claw, which has a chance to just OHKO this by getting a critical hit. But it doesn't matter. We are going to get our disguise broken, and we're going to let this thing U-turn away and escape, because our best attacking move is Shadow Sneak, and we're going to have Shadow King just sacrifice the Gardevoir to bring in Charizard. Okay. Well, Solar Beam is used, which is an absolutely horrible move in this situation. Why would you click Solar Beam when all three of the Pokemon Usoria could have switched into Resist Solar Beam? But hey, I guess it doesn't matter. We're losing this battle anyway. Charizard dies to Latios, and then Latios picks up the kill on the Articuno as well, making this match 1-1. And here we have Game 3. The final game of the Week 3 recap. Here we go. Alright, we have Diancie lead this time versus Meowscarada. Okay, big same. Okay, here we go. This time we are going to use Flower Trick and bring it down to 1 HP. And we are going to lose our Meowscarada to Moonblast there. That is an adaptation. But you're going to let the Greninja come in. Uh-oh, it used Water Shuriken. It got the KO. Battle Bond boost activates. And here we go. Here we go. Gardevoir comes in, and we are going to Dark Pulse, and will we flinch this time? No, we will not flinch this time. And that's unfortunate for Usoria, because now we lose our Battle Bond boosted Greninja, and we're going to bring in Mimikyu to get the revenge kill with Shadow Sneak, and Shadow King is probably thinking, what the fuck is switching? In comes Decidueye, which should never be able to come in on a Mimikyu, but luckily for us, since we are a special attacking Mimikyu and we do not use stab fairy type special attacks even, This Decidueye is able to beat this Mimikyu, and yeah, Eusoria's gotta get out of there. And now we have a knockoff, knocking off the top of Bulu's leftovers. Okay, now it's not going to gain 12 HP every turn, instead it's going to gain 6. 6%, I should say. Now we're going to Sword Stance up in front of the Articuno, and surely we just kill this, right? We have an attack that kills this, Horn Leech. Okay, that does a lot of damage, and it also heals us out of the range of Freezing Glare. That's good stuff. I don't dislike it for Euphoria. Alright, we do actually win the one-on-one with the Articuno. Very good stuff. This should just be a Charizard. Yeah, there's the Charizard. And we sacked all of our answers to this thing. So, Bulu's gonna die. The terrain will go away. And we go into Mimikyu, which never does anything here. Because guess what? It's got Psychic. And, sure, we predict the incoming Decidueye, right? But, we Psychic again, the Decidueye still lives, and look, you are actually doing less than it heals with Roost. And that's not very good. Decidueye is not even known for being that bulky of a Pokemon, but, you know, since we're just using a set that fundamentally isn't what you want to be using, you're just getting cooked. You're getting cooked, you know? Anyway, we're gonna go into the Pokemon that is not weak to... Oh, whoa, wait, hold up. Euphoria learned. We used Draco Meteor to kill the Dragon type instead of Ice Beam. That's huge. Alright, now we should switch out our Latios. Okay, we sacrificed the Mimikyu, which was never doing anything this battle anyway. But Dragon Pulse is used. Mimikyu is going to be immune to that. And there is yet another Solar Beam click, which is an absolutely bad play to make there. But it's fine, because we're going to go into Latios and click Ice Beam instead of Draco Meteor, because Draco Meteor does literally 2 times the amount of damage as Ice Beam, and we are going to lose our Latios and then our Rillaboom to Fire Blast because we did not dodge it, and we are defeated, and Shadow King gets the win 2-1. Congratulations, Shadow King, for your win. And that is going to conclude the Week 3 recap of the CUPID Pokemon Draft League. I'll see you all in the next one for Week 4. Later.